What's up, guys? Back to Lolos and more. So today, I'm going to show you how to take apart your cylinder and pretty much how you can replace your uh, O-rings on your cylinders. When they go bad, you'll see oil leaking out from this end right here. You'll see it drip on the floor, and then you can take them off. It's not hard to do. It really isn't. Some people make it seem like it is, but really it isn't. I'll show you real quick how to take it apart. But on this one, I don't have to replace anything. This is just a spare that I have in the garage. But I'm gonna just show you guys how easy it is to take apart. So here we go. So since it's my spare cylinder, I don't have like thread lock or anything on here, so I'm just gonna spin this part off. So as you can see, I spun the end off. Now the cylinder is free to come out. So just pop the cylinder right out. Just pop it out just like that. The cylinder will come right out. There you go. It's just a hollow tube in here. So it was a good idea to take a flashlight, look in there, look for any imperfections. But if your cylinder, the inner shaft goes in and out smoothly, then I don't think you got anything to worry about. So here we go. So these are your O-rings that you will want to replace. On this shaft, this piece comes off. On most cylinders, the shaft, not the shaft, but the shaft is always steel, solid steel, but this is always aluminum. This part screws right off of this, of the inner shaft. You can pretty much just twist it off. As you can see, there's threads on that. So on some instances, you're not gonna know where your cylinder came from. You're not gonna know what kind of size O-rings this takes. So what I recommend to you is go to your nearest hydraulics store. By that I mean like where they take care of forklifts, gradles and stuff like that. They have all different types and sizes. You can get them from them. They're local. If you need it right on the spot, there's your place to go. But if you know where these cylinders came from, you can just order them online. On some cylinders, on these, come with 2 O-rings on the kits. The kits is what I'm talking about. When you buy a kit, it's pretty much you buy a kit for 1 cylinder. So if you're gonna replace, if your 2 cylinders are leaking, then make sure you get two kits. But in 1 kit comes 2 O-rings and then 2 plastic washers. They're kind of like washers, but they're white. So you'll see 2 black O-rings and 2 white washers. I think they're plastic, I believe, but they call them Teflon washers. So on this one, this cylinder is just a spare for me. So after you put on your new O-rings and Teflon washers, whatever you want to call it, what you want to do is you want to put a little bit of all thread locker, the blue thread lock in there, because it will eventually spin out automatically on its own. One thing to look for on the cylinder is this brass piece right here. This brass piece pretty much helps this shaft from coming all the way out of your cylinder. On this one, you probably can't really see, but this one's bad. So once this whole piece is tightened on the cylinder, the inner shaft, it doesn't allow the inner shaft to come in and out smoothly. So on this cylinder, the brass piece in here, the stopper, I forgot the name of it, the real name of it, but it's bad. It will need to be replaced if I ever want to use this cylinder. So put this back real quick. So remember, after you replace your O-rings, put some blue all thread. Do not use the red stuff. That shit is hard to come off. Hard to come off. So put your all thread blue lock on there, and then screw it on as tight as you can by hand. Don't use a pipe wrench or anything like that, because you will screw up your O-rings, and you do not want to do that. So put that through there with some oil, of course, that you use on your hydraulic pumps. Just put a little bit on there and a little bit on your new O-rings. It makes it easier to slide in. So now what you want to do, slide this big piece with the brass inner fitting in. And also, I recommend you use blue thread lock. Eventually these do spin off if you do not. I've heard people of that happening too, and all of a sudden their car drops on that one side. So I recommend you use blue thread locker on this big piece right here also. And there you go. Pretty much tighten it all the way through. If you need to, use a pipe wrench, one on here, one on the cylinder. You know, if it's chrome, then be careful. This is just a spare. So yeah, but that's how you replace O-rings on a cylinder. Pretty easy. Doesn't take time, depending how hard this is on there. So it's all depends. Hopefully you guys learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video for more videos, and see you guys next time. Peace.